everyone, this is Rainey for Talk to Me Tuesday, and it's probably going to be a long one, and I'm very sorry. To start off with, we're in my kitchen, and this is why I have not commented on your videos, and I have not commented on mine from last week with comments that you've left me. I've been busy redoing my kitchen and setting up part of my living room. I still have a long ways to go. I still have to steam clean the carpets, but I'm waiting for all the traffic to move out and for things to just settle down where I can spend the time and do that. But with the kitchen, it started on Wednesday, finished it on Saturday. But what I did was I moved everything out that I could possibly move. Everything out of the cabinets, cleaned them out, got new shelf liners in them, and just redid my kitchen. And I was even on the floor scrubbing the baseboards. I still need to redo the floor again, but I'm gonna wait until things settle down and then I'm gonna do that. But I'm really excited and really happy. Something just clicked in my head that no matter what situation that someone is placed in, you know, you may not have to agree with the situation or completely understand it, but I was tired of living like that. You know what I mean? I just wanted to start living for myself again, and it made me happy to clean and redid my kitchen, so that's what I did. Like I said, I still got steam clean, and I've been in this particular apartment for, June will make 10 years if I renew the lease. So, you know, I need to go and wash some of the walls down, and it would be nice if I could paint, but they won't let me, so that's okay. So I've just been doing stuff around the house that's non-crafty. I do have something crafty to share with you at the end of what I did in the kitchen, but moving on to crafty stuff. The quilt that I was trying to save didn't work out. I started that on Sunday and realized when I was making my little patches that I had another patch, another hole on the front, and found another one after that. So then I decided to really lay the quilt out and start really looking at it and realize that some of, I think there is a fruit fly. Yeah, I got bananas and now I have a fruit fly. But moving on, because that was awkward. Some of the borders were the stitches were loose and they were peeling up, and it's so old that the material is going thin in places. And I made the decision, I was thinking about it, do I really want to patch all this and then have to keep repatching, and then eventually it's just going to look really bad? Or do I just get rid of it, because it was from the thrift store years ago. I'm pretty sure it's not handmade at all. I went with that option, but I tried, I gave it an effort, it didn't work out, but whatever. I still have my quilt that I made last year, that it was a copycat quilt from my great-grandmother, so I'm just going to put focus on that and have that one for my bed. But moving on to things that I can share with you, from the X-Files quilt along and stitch along, I got one of the borders done. Let's see, the truth is out there. I still have to add the border to the top and the bottom. I have not done that yet, but I have it all stitched out. I did peel the paper off the back due to the fact that I'm using glow-in-the-dark fairy frost for all my letters. I did mentioned to Amber that I was testing a swatch of it in the washing machine before life got crazy in 2016. I don't know where they are anymore, but I lost my swatches, and I was up to the 8th wash and the 8th dry, and they were still glowing pretty good. I washed it in cold water, never did it in warm or hot, and when I put it in the dryer, I did put it with clothes so that it would act like it was on a quilt being rubbed up on each other, and I would only dry it on the lowest setting, and I think it was like a tumble dry, low heat. I did notice that I cannot iron directly on top. I have to put a press cloth down, and I do it from the back side on the lowest setting, because even with the press cloth, when you do it on the top, it'll burn whatever the glow in the dark, if it's paint or whatever it is on there that makes it glow, it burns. So I just press from the back and it worked. So that's why my paper is off, and I'm excited. My entire quilt is going to glow, so I'm very, very excited. Okay, I did another signature block for myself. Not that I'm collecting signature blocks, but whenever I saw the signature block and I made it for Jennifer, I decided, you know, that would be really great for a quilt label on the back. So I made me a quilt label, and I just used a permanent fabric marker, and it just reads, "I want to believe in X-Files, Quilt and Stitch Along 2016, designed by Jennifer and pieced and stitched by me." So it's already got the heat and bond, and it will be ready to be peeled off and stuck to the back of my quilt after I quilt it, and I will just hand tack it down. So I'm very excited. The signature block came in handy for me. And then this week, well, last week actually, I did wash the Savi off of Motor and Scully, and I did press them, and they're ready to go. I press on the back so it doesn't flatten out the stitches on the front. I don't know what everybody else does, but just throwing it out there, that's what I do. And this is my progress on Skinner. I was very upset last night. Okay, so I spent an hour trying to hook up an antenna and a converter box to the TV that my sister gave me on Sunday, and spent an hour working on that, getting that worked, and that came out great. I'm like, yes, I can watch the last episode when it comes on with everyone else. I was watching the end, and I got so angry. I was all set up. I had my popcorn 10 minutes ready with some little M&Ms for a little treat. Had a cup of coffee, was working on my stitches, and then the end came, and I got a knot with my stitches, so I was busy unpicking that out, looked up at the TV, like a flash of the end came on, like not even 5 seconds of it, and then the credits. So completely missed the end because of the embroidery. So I still have the app on my phone for Fox 50, so whenever they release it, I will fast forward to the end and finally see the end. But this is as far as I've gotten with him, so making some progress. Yeah, that was pretty sad. And my batting for the quilt came in. I was at a quilt shop weeks ago waiting for some fabric to be cut, and I was trying not to eavesdrop, but I ended up eavesdropping anyways with a conversation that a girl and the cutter was having, and she was saying how she was making a black quilt, and she wasn't sure she wanted to go with black batting or with the traditional white. The woman at the counter said that she would go with black because upstairs one of the long arm quilters did a black quilt and the white batting. You could see the white batting, and I was like, ugh. doing a black X-Files quilt here. So went online, and the only thing that I can find was like the polyester stuff that's like really fluffy, and I just don't like that in a quilt. I like 100% cotton. So then I saw Vicky's video where she was talking about how she used fleece for her batting in the quilt, and the I call it my cat's meow wall hanging. That she didn't name it that. I did whenever I got it from the swap, but she said that she had used the fleece batting in that, so I took it down off the wall and I was like looking at it, and I couldn't tell it was, you know, fleece in there, so I decided to go with extra wide black fleece. So that came in, and I have more than enough for my quilt, and I'm so excited. Even though it is 100% polyester, it's not that really thick polyester. It's thin, you know, it's gonna quilt real nicely. So very excited, and thank you, Vicky, for sharing that, because I don't know what I would have done, because whenever I was taking pictures of my blocks and putting them on the Flickr group, I have a white sewing machine table now, and when I laid it down, you can actually see the white table peeking from the back. So I'm excited. I went with the black batting, well, the black fleece for my batting. Okay, and then the last thing, I know it's gonna be so long. This is as far as I got with my buttons. I started this yesterday, so here's one button, and what I'm excited about is that the hand-dyed fabric I'm using, this was all from that same fat quarter, so I just used for the outside of the button, like the lightest part. So very, very excited. And I am in my trusty X-Files shoebox. This is where I keep all my scraps and stuff, so I can just keep reusing everything. I do have everything printed for the next banner, so I'm excited about that, and hopefully there'll be a banner to show next week. And I am also working on another birthday present. My older sister has her birthday not this coming Saturday, but the one after, so I'm already getting the ball rolling, because I do want to hand make her something for her birthday, because her and my mom have been my support system through everything, and just feel like I really need to make her something. So I'm going to start digging around of what I have on hand and see what I can come up with. So hopefully I'll have some goodies to share with you next week. And I think I've rambled enough, so see you guys next week. Bye.